Staying in the region, the Malawi United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, says it deeply regrets Malawi's decision to force about 8,000 refugees living in rural and urban areas back to the overcrowded Dzaleka refugee camp. This is after Malawi's Minister of Homeland Security said the forced relocations will start after November the 30th, when a deadline expires on voluntary returns. UNHCR is asking the Malawi government to reconsider its decision to force refugees and asylum seekers living in villages, towns and cities back to the overcrowded Dzaleka camp. In a statement, UNHCR says relocating self-sufficient and productive people into the camp would not only lead to loss of livelihoods, but also compel them to rely on dwindling humanitarian aid. UNHCR says as of the 31st of October, it had received less than a fourth of funds needed for the year in Malawi for refugee seekers. Join us to speak more on this. We're joined by Kenyi Emmanuel Lukajo, the Associate External Relations Officer at UNHCR Malawi. A warm welcome to you, Kenyi, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Kenyi, your organization is asking the authorities to reconsider its decision on calling refugees to leave anywhere other than in these refugee camps. What are your reasons for this?
Thank you very much. Relocating refugees who are already self-sufficient, living in urban areas and in rural areas is going to be very disastrous, in the sense that the Dzaleka refugee camp is already overcrowded. It was only meant to host between 10,000 to 12,000 people. But as we speak now, it's hosting up to 56,425 refugees and asylum seekers. So the space is not even enough at the moment. So if we have like estimated 8,000 people who are living outside the camp relocated there, then it's going to be super crowded with cholera outbreak in Malawi and COVID-19 still around us. It's going to be disastrous.
Now, Kenyi, what are the reasons the Malawi government is putting forward for relocating, for wanting to force these people back to the Dzaleka refugee camp? And what other options are available for the government?
Malawi government made 9 reservations to the 1951 Refugee Convention. One of it is an incumbent policy in which it accepted to let in refugees and host refugees in Malawi, but have to be in designated camps. So these are the reasons the government is putting forward, that the refugees who are in Malawi must be settled and protected in a designated camps.
Now, if the government proceeds with its decision, what will be your call of action?
In the same vein, the government accepted to implement the comprehensive refugee framework, in which the government is supposed to review its 9 reservations made to the 1951 Refugee Convention to allow policy reforms that will remove the impediments or the bottlenecks that prevents refugees to stay outside the camp, so that the refugees who are in the country can be integrated into the national system and into the national development agenda. And this is what UNHCR have been working together with the government, so that the government review the policy, including the migration policy and the Refugee Act, to allow refugees to settle anywhere in the country without having to stay in the camps.
Thank you very much for your time, Kenyi Emmanuel Lukajo, External Relations Officer at UNHCR Malawi. We do appreciate your contribution. Thank you.